Okay. You gotta give me a second. Can you hear me okay? Cool. Good. Just setting this up, make sure this thing works. As usual. Just have to see if anybody else can join us. So. Say it again? Yes, I have. They're actually not bad. I gotta buy something. Gotta buy something. All right. There we go. Starting now. Every single day. Yep. And we're also gonna be on YouTube, so you know people who just wanna hang out can still hang out. All right, guys. So as you can see, this works. You'll see whoever is joining us on the bottom. And the chat is still here. We'll see Joe. If you guys want to join us, we do have the link in our new home. So you can just go to new home and just click on the link and it will work. Other than that, I mean, we'll just go with this. Let me get some music going. As usual, I need some music so I can hear things. What's going on? It looks like everything's not working well today. Like YouTube is not working well, Facebook is not working well, things are not working well. I know that Instagram was also down. There's a few other things that was, you know, just not working correctly. So anyways, let's start with the music. And let me adjust this frame a little bit more so that we're not cutting through.
Hey, what's the link to our new home? ShadowSmokersLegion.com, right?
Yeah, I don't want to announce it so that people can get in there. But, you know, there's something behind it, too.
Okay, something behind it. Okay, that's what I thought. That's why I couldn't get to it. Okay. So right. That's what I was needing from you.
Yeah, if you just go to Shadow Smoke Legion, there will be nothing but our logo. And that was the main point, so that people cannot get in. Because I said it so that, you know, anybody can sign up for it. Just that, you know, if you give out the link, then everybody will be able to.
Yeah, I figured there's something behind it, so I'll look for that later.
All right, so cut cigars. Let's do this. What? This is weird. Alright, so this cap is super bad. But it breaks in a really funny way. So anyways, today let's talk about, first of all, how's everybody? How's Travis? How's Joe? How's Joseph? Joseph, I hope you're not working right now. Hope you're not working right now. Because I feel like I just talked to you while you're working, and then now I'm talking to you again. You're working. Alright, this is weird. This is like crack but not crack. Crack but not crack. Hold on. Just in case, glue it a little bit. So that I don't have to deal with, like, you know, splitting it later. It probably will split later. But, you know, why not? Give it a few seconds to dry. So as situation gets worse, my mother-in-law today sent me a message about someone who goes to our Asian market is also tested positive for coronavirus, and then she's all panicking and tell us not to go there. Like, I got to a point where, like, you know, you need to get what you need to get. You need to get what you need to get. There is no no way that you gotta be able to avoid everything anymore. So just be careful. You know, do what you need, but just be careful, right? There's nothing you can do right now to prevent this now, right? Just be careful. Go out there. Assume everyone that you know has this problem right now, right? Assume everyone that you know has coronavirus. Assume that everyone you know is sick, okay? Keep distance, and then basically wash your hand often. Anything you touch, wash your hand. Assume that everything that you touch has been touched by a person with the disease. That's all you can do. Because the only difference between what you know and getting sick is getting tested. All right, those people who already got tested, sure, they got tested. But people who didn't get tested, people who didn't have symptoms, they possibly is sick too. There's no way to know. There's no way to know. I know that, like, what, Andrew Cuomo got tested and he was positive, but he can still work. There's like no sign of him getting sick other than the fact that he say, we don't want to do this. I can't hang out with my family, blah, blah, blah. That was pretty much it, right? That was pretty much it. There was nothing in between that's telling you that, hey, you shouldn't, there's absolute, like, this count is exactly how many people are sick. That person is exactly who is sick. No, like, the people that you think is sick might be sick. People that you think that's not sick might not be sick. So, like, there is no way to know. There's no way to know. All right. So yeah, like I said, if you want to join the chat, the link is in the new home. That way I don't have to copy and paste. But if you need me to send an invite, and if I have your address already, I can send an invite. Then sure, I'll do it. So that we can start the chat and herf as usual. But yeah, let's do this. Quick 30. First I have to do this. Getting my phone checked. Not charged. So that, afterward I can do some reading. I continue to do reading. Of course, it's one of those things. I'm practicing mental sanity. Mental sanity. And what does that mean is that every day I'll buy something. All right, every day I'll buy something. Every day I'll do something, and every day I'll learn something. All right, and that's very important to me. So right now, that's what I'm practicing right now. All right. Sherry says she wants an invite, so I'm gonna do that right now. Give me 1 second. We can talk about what is your mental sanity, like what makes you sane. Like right now with all this thing going on, what makes you normal? Like what keeping you normal? What's keeping you normal? Let's see. I'm gonna get the address. Here we go. Invite. Send. Whoa, what? Who messaged me? He syncs for the center, which pulls down center plate down. My sound is now installing the glass plate and it's getting set up. Oh. Okay, so now we're just waiting for Sherry to join me, and while she's doing that, I should go to my image adjustment and just so that it stopped making me whiter. Like, look at this. Right now, dark, white, dark, white. What the? What? It's so weird. It's so weird. Oh my god! I had you adjust that. Let me see. Let's see. So Sherry, I sent you an invite. You should get it. Let me see what is causing this to turn like crazy. It's not this. I mean, okay. So if I go to advanced setting, maybe it's in there. Nope. Nope. It's not in advanced setting. It's not in. Let's see, image setting. Here we go. No, it's gotta happen. If I go to the side, I'm just too close to the light. Maybe that it's gotta happen. Why should we turn this? Turn down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Well, that's all you can do. That's all you can do, right? So, right. That's good enough. I think that's good enough. It's not gonna bother me. Cigar and sleep helps me. Okay, cigar and booze helps her. Sherry, did you get an invite? If you didn't get an invite, I think we can have Albert give it a try to see if that works. It seems like every time I send someone an invite, the first time it doesn't work.
So, like, I had to go back and click on the link again. It didn't work.
Didn't work?
Once I logged into Hangout, it just took me to the regular page, and then I had to go back in, and I was able to get back in. Looks like she's in now.
She's in?
So, hey, Cher.
There we go. Oh my god, you're so dark. Have some light. Let there be light.
I'm gonna turn the light on. Hold on.
Let there be light. Ah! All right, who else is joining? Who else is joining? Not many people today, but that's okay. It's Wednesday. I know everybody have their things to do. Even though I think that right now you can't use things to do as excuse anymore. Things to do is not excuse. Anyway, let me see if this is dry.
Sorry, I'm an X-ray tech. We work in the dark. Sorry.
X-ray tag.
We work in the dark. Always in the dark.
So yeah, we have we're talking about what keep people sane, like what people not what is not driving you crazy, right? Every day, people are using good amount of alcohol, good amount of smoke. They're saying that there is everything is tanking, right? Every sales is affected except cigarettes. You know how funny that is? Cigarette is one item that did not change its sales. Right? People buy the same amount of cigarette and smoke the same amount of cigarette before and after the coronavirus.
Fuck cigars and booze.
Well, obviously, cigar they took a hit, right? Obviously, cigar took a hit because cigar is not. It's a lot of places not essential, and you can't just go buy it anywhere. Cigarette you can buy it in Walgreens, CVS, convenience stores. Yeah. So it really didn't change anything. Yep. For them, it's just as accessible. It's it's just the same amount. For cigar smokers, for us, our trusted brands are like, buy more, and we're like, yeah, we don't know.
Right.
And again, cigar is not a cheap hobby, so it's not like something like I'm gonna go out and buy a pack of cigarettes for $5, right? It's like $5 I can have 1 hour smoke.
Well, for $40 today, I got 14 cigars today for $40. I got my Alec Bradley 10 for $39.99, and then I got my Juan Porto that I won from him. So I got 14 cigars today.
Nice. Yeah, cigar. There is a way to do it, very nicely, yeah. and there is way like stupid people like me, which buy 3 cigars for like $80. Thanks to William.
Okay, so you're talking about sanity. I think routine has helped me with sanity. Just
cleaning? Did you say clean? Routine.
Yeah.
Routine's very important.
That's understandable.
Routine.
We don't like change. Well,
yeah, and routine that helps. Like
Yeah.
routine is just watching Netflix all the time. That's not going to be a good one. But trying to be somewhat productive.
They actually want you to watch more Netflix right now. You know, they want you to stay at home and watch TV.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, I understand that, and not that I don't watch that, or I've been watching a lot of YouTube lately. Different things that interest me, but
Right.
I have to teach during the day, and which means I'm trying to contact kids and get in touch with parents and get them connected and assess what they're doing. And that's not an easy task. It's frustrating, frankly, but I'm trying to develop a routine where I just do certain things at certain times. Very much like when I have a class, classes and periods and all that I have to go throughout the day, and that's been helpful. So,
Well, good. Good for you. Good for you.
and it's cheap.
Right. Right.
Yeah, right now there's a lot of people that basically is shocked by this whole situation, like mentally unstable. And I know that there's a lot of people that's offering like mental counseling and all that stuff online, for free, like volunteering. So that it just tells you that this does take some toll on people. It's not just like, oh yeah, you get to stay home now. You get to if people who have work still have work, people who don't have work are finding their way to gather up money and get payment deferrals. It's not just that. Even if you have work still, you have job, you're still getting paid, and you're staying home. That mental stress still gets people. If you don't have something set up for yourself to do every single day, you literally feel like there's no goal, right? You're wandering around. Like almost worse than retirement. Because retirement, you have worked your way to enjoy this. But this is like forceful. You can't go out. You can't do this. Yeah, I mean, people still go out to get some sunlight, which is very important. I think people should get some sunlight.
Yes.
Even if it's just in their front yard or backyard, just stay away from people. Get some sunlight. But, most people, for example, my mother-in-law has not driven her car for three weeks now. Her car has not been started for 3 weeks. She just hides in the house. And I told her, everybody that probably is in contact with some sort of coronavirus. Hiding your house isn't going to do all that stuff, but more like distancing yourself responsibly. That's the better way to do it. I think it's like saying like absolute quarantine is not going to do that well, because you still need to go out and get stuff. You still need to get your grocery. You still need to get your daily stuff. Even if you get it once every 2 weeks. But how they portray it is almost like, if you don't go out, stay home until you die, kind of thing.
Right. And I have a friend that's a Navy counselor, and she has offered her services to us, all her friends. If you need to talk, let me know. She's a Navy counselor. That's what she does for a living. And she's at home right now. And so she has offered it all to us. If you get like if things close in on you, please reach out. Just reach out to me. Or reach out to somebody and let her know, or let somebody know that you're struggling.
Sure.
Yeah, talking to someone is very important. But here's the thing, though. I realize that couples seem to have the most problem, because now they feel like because being together is one thing, but lost your personal space is a different thing. People need to find their own personal space, even as a couple, even as married people and stuff like that. You need your personal space, just like parents and their kids. They need personal space. They cannot be together all the time. So it's very important that, for example, for us, we actually we gotta smoke. So when I'm smoking, I have my personal space because my wife doesn't like to smell it, right? So she's not gonna get close to me. I get my personal space. But a lot of people don't do that, and they just spend all day like binge watching TV show with the entire family. And that's really actually is doing more harm than good.
Yeah. And I'm glad I have to still go to work, actually. I'm glad I still have to go to work. Not that I'm happy about being exposed, as maybe potentially being exposed, but at least I get out of the house.
Right.
I get to get out of the house for a few minutes a day.
So that's something you brought up about the kids and the parents. That's a problem that we're kind of concerned about in our school, because there are some kids who are not in the best situations. And so when they come to school, they're able to kind of escape that situation, at least for that time frame. But now they're stuck in that situation where the parent might not be the best, might be toxic. It might be a toxic situation, and but they don't have any. So we're kind of concerned about that. So it's important we listen. We hear that we have the kids in with us. So at least we're kind of seeing what kind of things they're saying, what kind of responses they're making, so we can at least kind of I don't say keep an eye on it, but it does help to give a
Bless you.
visual into what.
Yeah, who is Stephen? Bless them.
That's my wife. Yeah.
Well, bless her.
Hey Albert, are you using a microphone or are you just using your phone or PC?
I'm using my iPad.
You want to turn the sound up a little bit because I have trouble hearing you a little bit. In terms of your microphone. So.
Is that better?
No. I think you just turn your speaker a lot higher, but you're not turning your microphone higher.
Yeah, the iPad doesn't really let you do that often.
I can hear him.
Yeah,
I hear you fine, Albert.
Oh.
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Better?
I can hear you fine.
I can hear you. It's just that it was muffled. That's why I asked.
All right. Sorry about that.
No problem. So yeah, I mean, so what I'm doing right now is mental. Every day morning I wake up, I will start searching for things to buy, and I feel like that's a goal, right? You gotta set a goal for yourself, to do something, accomplish something. It could be cleaning your bathroom. It could be mowing your lawn. It could be wipe a section of your house down. It could be clean your kitchen. Could be anything. You need a goal, right? So you need a goal. So my goal was to buy something, right? And then I have to read something. And so I will, get a novel or something like that. Because once you sit down and read, that's a few hours of your day, right? And I wanted to learn something. When you're learning, that's the time that you wish you don't have to do. Okay, you want to do something you don't want to do. So learn something. And then I'll spend the time where I'll just kind of talk to my wife, and I'll talk about what I read, and she will talk about what she read. Pretty much, that complete the cycle of a day, right? Because that's what human interaction's about. Oh, we have somebody that joined us.
They have no
What's
picture.
up, Tony?
Who's this?
That's Matt.
Who is that? Mad Meadow.
What's going on, guys?
Matt, what happened to your face?
You got that nobody wants to accept
how
your
to do
friend
this
request face.
you turn blue, man. You turn blue.
I can't even freaking hear you guys. I can hear you, but very low.
Very low.
Yeah.
Turn it up, man.
Yeah, turn it up. Turn it up.
Put a picture. Put a face on your picture.
I'm trying to figure that out too.
All the controls should be right in front of the screen. If you tap the screen, you should see the control on the bottom. One is mute the microphone. One is to mute to cover the camera. So, but anyways, so that's what we're talking.
Microphone.
No? Yes? Kind of figuring out. By the way, let's first we'll talk about what we're smoking today. All right? Let's talk about Albert. What are you smoking today?
I'm smoking Cigar Esteli Maduro.
There we go.
There we are.
Good smoke right there. It's a Maduro one too. Sherry, what about you?
I'm smoking the El Loreja.
El Loreja?
Yep. The orange one. It looks like an orange.
La Reja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loreja.
Depends which country you're in. Okay. Here we go. So I'm smoking the La Patina. They call it bronze label. Bronze label right here. Kind of bright. And what about Matt? Matt, what are you smoking?
I'm not smoking anything tonight. My back's killing me. I'm going to bed in about 10 minutes.
So Matt is smoking air. Matt's smoking air, fresh air.
Drinking some vodka and chilling out in the
Vodka. Yes.
Vodka? Well, I guess vodka is some sort of, it's kind of a treatment for coronavirus. Not too bad. Not too bad. Still good.
That's what I'm
Works for
smoking
me.
right there.
There we go.
There we go. That's what I'm smoking.
Of course, it won't focus, but we know which one. We know which one.
I'm trying to get it in.
If you put your hand behind the label, if you put your hand, the entire palm behind the label, usually it focuses.
Well, okay, wait. You Y'all know. Acting like you don't know.
How's everybody else doing with the corona?
I don't have the Rona.
I don't have the Rona.
Yeah,
Well, that's a
Rona
good thing.
free.
I saw you posted one of your
Whatever.
coworkers did.
You don't know which one I'm smoking. Whatever.
The thing is that, for all you know, we all might have it and
We
not
might.
and not have
We
any
might.
symptoms, and not have any
Exactly.
symptoms, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
which that in a way that's a good thing. In a way that's a good thing, right? So you're getting through this. Your body is creating antibodies, and you know you gotta survive through this. Great. That's a good part, right? Joseph said that he's working and smoking an egg roll. Didn't you just smoke an egg roll last night? And today is another egg roll again?
Man,
Yeah,
you'll
we got a
smoke
lot of
them all up.
cases of the Rona down here in New York.
Oh my gosh, yes.
New York is a
New
hot
York.
zone.
Oh
New York is
God.
definitely a hot zone.
My county, which is like 10 minutes north of New York City, has about 10,500 right now.
Wow.
You know, I feel bad for the how fast spread it is for New York, but at the same time, I just feel like because New York became a hot zone, so everybody wants to get tested, and that's why the number is so high. If you were to test every single person in every state, you probably get just as much, right?
Yeah.
So
You're probably right. Yep.
in that case, I had to say,
Percentage-wise, yeah, you would definitely get just about as many. You
So
don't
were
have
they
the
testing
numbers.
everybody? So were they testing everybody, or everybody that had symptoms?
No, they're only testing people who have symptoms, who they
There you go.
think have it. So they're not testing everybody.
but here's the thing though, they're testing everybody that has coughing and fever.
Right.
So that's easy to get. You can have hay fever and you get tested.
Yeah.
Good.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
And they're also testing people who are essential workers. So if you're non-essential, they don't care. They're like, yeah, if you don't have it, whatever. But if you're essential, like a news report and whatever, you probably will go get tested and they will let you test it. So
Yeah, they have sites set up specifically for first responders, EMTs, firemen, police, just for them, healthcare workers, just for them.
and know that the test is not perfect.
No, of
So
course not.
they already talked about how the test is pretty much only 75% good. So you gotta get 25% of it. Like a quarter of it is false positive or false negative.
Yep. And then there's all those people that they're not testing,
Right. Right.
who haven't.
Yeah. So it's everywhere. It's everywhere, and then like I think that we're putting too much emphasis of how many people have it rather than how we gotta live our life normally. Because like if there's no balance in this, people are going crazy before this whole thing is over. Imagine to survive on this for another 3 months. To live like this for another 3 months, people are gotta go crazy,
No, they're already going crazy.
right?
It's a nightmare getting to grocery stores here. They're only letting 5 people into the grocery store at a time. The lines are out the door. It's crazy.
It's
Freaking
not-
toilet paper.
It's not a good situation right now, and I think that although there's no perfect answers how to deal with this, I don't think the government is doing it correctly in a way. I mean, the stimulus is good, but I think there's somebody that did basically a math on how much money do you really need per month versus what this check is gonna do for you. First of all, you gotta take another 2 weeks before you get this check. All right, so if you get it, it's another 2 weeks. Second of all, $1,200 won't even pay your rent.
Nothing. It'll help. It's gonna be nice, but it's not gonna do anything.
I think the original draft has April and May, so there's supposed to be another one in May, from the original draft. But I don't think that is it's the same after they redid it on House. So I don't know if there's gotta be another one.
April and June.
So it's gotta be April and June.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean
It was like 8 weeks apart.
I think that's too far. I mean, in terms of how many people need help, and especially that's pretty much everybody in New York will not be able to afford their little 6x6 bedroom.
No. No. They need to either freeze or move the rent payments to another month.
And I think this if there's any good outcome, I'm hoping that the good outcome is that it lowers the real estate value of New York. I think the real estate bubble in New York is way, way, way too high. Nobody can afford living anywhere,
No.
right? A parking spot for a motorcycle costs more than a house in some states.
Yep.
So
It does.
that's way too high. That's way too high. And there's no way for people to live. I feel like, now that so many things happening, now that New York is such a hot spot, now that so many tourism is being cut off, maybe they will readjust their rent again, because people will find out the value is different. The value is different. Like, New York might be, supply and demand, right? Just less people that wants it.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens to all the landlords and what they do with the rent.
Because the thing about landlords is that they have money. They have money. They are the people that basically gets excluded from our helps. All right, even if they didn't get like 3-4 months of rent, they wouldn't care. Hey, Hashimoto is on.
What's up? What's up?
So yeah, even if they didn't get payment for months, they will be fine. But from there, they will realize that 6 months later, nobody's paying. 8 months later, nobody's renting. 10 months later, nobody's renting. Now it's time to lower the price. I think that should be what it is. So
It's gonna go on for a long time, and they're gonna get hit hard, and they're gonna have to lower the rents.
So Matt, what are you smoking today?
Hashimoto?
Yes.
The other Matt.
I'm not smoking anything right now. I just got done working on a couple cars.
You know what? Both Matts. Shame on you guys. Both Matts.
I had a, what did I have earlier?
I had an
what
Italia
the hell?
earlier.
What's that?
I had an Italia earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah. Oh, I had the Sinistro, Mr. White Gold. And
Is it Sinistro or Sinistro? Which one? Is it Sinistro or Sinistro?
Sinistro.
Sinistro?
Yeah. And it kicked my ass. I haven't had a cigar kick my butt like that in a long time.
You got too close too fast.
I probably should have had some lunch before I smoked that for sure.
Lunch.
Yeah.
What's up, Hashimoto?
What's up, Sherry? Miss Ash Queen herself.
It's me, Hashimoto. I love your name, man, Hashimoto.
Thank you. I get that a lot, actually.
I'm sure you do.
It's either I like your name a lot, or do you have Hashimoto's disease?
Oh man, I like your name. Just so you know, I like.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My daughter and my son, both in the military, and boy, they
That's
got
right. That's
so
right.
many people loving their last name. Like, they just love
Yes.
calling you by your last name.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
That's cool. Love
What's
them.
everybody else smoking?
So well, Sherry smoking her La Reja,
Yes.
Ah, nice. Nice.
Yep.
and I'm
That's
smoking
awesome.
the La Patina bronze label, and Albert smoking the Series R Black Band Maduro cigar.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice. I don't know about you guys, but the weather here earlier, it was like 65 degrees, and now it's cold and windy, and I was outside in tank top and shorts getting suntan. Not now.
We're cold. We're cold today. We're like 40s today.
We're cold. We're
Yeah,
cold today.
somewhere in the 40s right now.
Oof.
We were in the 50s. We had rain yesterday and today.
Today was a nice day though. It was nice and sunny, but right now it's about.
You know what drives me crazy today? Today, the neighbor, I think the neighbor down the street, they probably like bunch of college students and stuff like that, rent the house together, just be here. And they got nothing to do because school is not in session. That one of the kids just decided to go in the backyard and start practicing hockey shots. Now, he's shooting hockey at a piece of like large point, like, bullseye of canvas. So for a whole hour, all I hear is boom, 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 for like, you know, it sounds like a gunshot because that thing shoots really fast at a canvas, and the canvas make a huge noise. So for a whole hour, I'm just listening to that. Boom, boom. My wife was like, "What is that?" I was like, "It's a kid hitting a hockey ball." And guess what my wife said?
What?
Get out there and kill him.
I agree. Let's kill him. Yeah.
I was like, "What? This thing's driving my wife insane." She's like, "Get out there and kill him." I was like, "You know, I have your back. You go do it." I really don't want to go near a person that's shooting a hockey puck around.
The
Right.
body's fine after the COVID-19 event. The body's all
Hockey
fine.
players are some crazy ass people.
Yeah, because the sport is about violence. So I don't really want to go tackle this guy down.
Right.
So you're gonna be the enforcer, huh, Tony?
Huh?
So you'll be the enforcer.
I guess. But, you know, he won't even see my face. Because the only way I can tackle him down is drive my car and just run him over.
Right.
That, I need to remind everybody. If you have a car and you're undergoing quarantine, you need to drive your car out there just to, like, run around your car so your car doesn't sit there for a long time. Because if you sit your car there for a long time, it's more bad than good. People think, like, you know, when you collect cars and stuff like that, you don't drive it, you just leave it there. Things are gonna break if you don't drive it.
Yes. Yes.
Start
And it
them
happens
up.
quick.
drive 'em
Happens real
around.
quick.
Yep.
Right? Like, for one, let's say if nothing breaks, you gotta get flat tires, okay? You gotta get flat spots. And then you gotta drive like a brake. Gun, 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 gun. So you don't want that. All you had to do was just start your car, go out there, drive for 5 minutes, and come back. That's actually pretty good for you. If you have a sunroof, get some sun, alright? That way, social distancing. I guarantee when you're driving, no human being is gonna stand within 6 feet of you. This is very safe. It's very safe, okay? And then you can drive around. There's no car on the street. It's great. We're on uphill, so all day long I hear people like just drive their sports car up this hill, just to, you know, start the engine and get the car moving and everything. It's really nice. And the other day there was somebody drives I'm pretty sure a Lamborghini. It's a V12, and just go right next to our door. Like just drove by on the uphill at like 9 p.m. So, you know, drive your car so that it's not broken. You know, because right now it'll be a horrible time to get your car serviced because you didn't drive your car.
That kills me. I got this guy up the street. He's got a Mustang. He put an exhaust on it. It's loud as shit. He drives by my house. He flies by my house. 9:30, 10 o'clock. Rattles the whole house.
In the morning?
Waking people up. No, at night.
At night. Well, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock is not too bad.
Not when you got kids sleeping in the house.
Oh, it's true, yeah.
Waking the kids up, because he has. He's woken the kids up.
That's why I recommend the kids to have one of these at home. It's called gaming headsets. Once you put it on, you'll never hear anything.
They don't hear anything anyway. The older ones.
Oh my god. There we go. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. There we go. So yeah.
Is anybody drinking anything tonight?
I'm just drinking some ginger ale. It's good for your stomach. You know, especially when you're eating all kind of junk.
What time did you guys start this?
Huh?
How long have you guys been on?
40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Not long. We're actually talking about, you know, how to stay, you know, keep your sanity. You know, what you do every day. You know, and we're talking about routine. Having a routine is good. Having people to talk to is good. Having personal time, personal space away from wife and kids are very healthy. You know, you do not want to. You know, Chinese have this saying, you know, the trouble came from words, right? So the more you talk, the more trouble you gotta get into, right? But if you spend more time with your wife and stuff like that, 24/7, you're bound to say something wrong, right? Something like, "Hey, bitch, go make me a sandwich." No, that's wrong. You know, you gotta get in trouble for that. So, you know, you definitely want to keep personal space. You want to get people. You gotta go do your own thing and let your wife do their own thing and spend, you know, the same amount of time that you would have when you're working together. Like for example, if my wife worked 8 hours a day, she comes back, you know, 10 hours plus or minus. She comes back 8 p.m. I spend 9, 10, 11, so 3 hours a night with her, talking to her and stuff like that. So the maximum amount of time I should be talking to my wife is 3 hours a day.
You work from home most of the time, Tony, or all the time?
I'm always home. I'm always home. The only time I'm not home is when I'm traveling.
Yeah.
So. But then again, she knows when I'm in my office, she does not calm down, and it does even better because my office smells like cigar. She does not want to smell it.
Perfect. I'm lucky that I am still working, so I get to get out of the house every day, go to work and do what I gotta do. So.
Yeah, having a routine. I mean, humans are routine animals, so humans are routine animals. And by the way, Joseph said he's drinking tea. Nothing special, but drinking tea. All right.
Might get me another beer. Shit. Same one we drank last night when we did this. The Voodoo Ranger.
Right. So humans are animal of routine. We like to have routine. We like to have habits. We like to do things that we usually do. And changing it or forbid ourselves doing that is like giving you a bed that says you can only keep your leg this way but not the other way. Restriction is what drives people crazy. So Oh, look who's on. Mike.
There you go.
What's going on, man?
What's up?
What are you smoking today?
Why is it so low?
I'm drinking some Basil Hayden. Basil Hayden, 2 fingers of Basil Hayden.
That actually tastes like basil. That's the thing. Some of the stuff that actually don't taste like basil.
I love this. I love Basil Hayden. Oh, it's so good.
Basil Hayden's good.
So why are you smoking,
good.
Mikey? Why are you smoking? Uh-oh. What are you smoking?
I can't hear. I gotta switch. Hold on.
Put the speakerphone on. That's what I had to do.
Yeah, I had to do that.
Oh,
too.
he hang up and left. Wah, wah, wah.
He'll be back.
He'll be back, yeah. I'm not worried. He'll be back.
Hey Tony, man, on that sandwich thing, man. You don't get in trouble if you say it too much. You get in trouble if you don't say it enough. That's the trick.
I get in trouble if I say that all because I guarantee that you don't want to eat the sandwich my wife makes because my wife cannot
You're
cook.
not used to it, man. Yeah, you gotta make her used to it.
The last time my wife made
Wait a
me
minute,
a
hold
chicken.
up. Wait a minute.
The last time my wife made me a chicken sandwich.
Wait a minute, Tony. Wait a minute. What do you mean your wife can't cook? She can cook something. Come on.
The last time my wife cooked me a chicken biscuit sandwich. She
Yeah?
followed the recipe, canned chicken. That chicken was raw.
Oh, oh.
You don't eat your chicken raw, medium
Oh
rare.
my goodness.
Okay, and then the last time she made me brownies, the brownie was so hard if I toss out the window it breaks. Now you see why I cannot say that to my wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank goodness you can cook.
Yeah.
She's making a biscotti.
The last time my wife tried to make me instant noodles, the water was warm.
Oh.
Hey Tony, she's making a biscotti, man. That's what it was. It wasn't
Yeah,
brownie.
you tried to eat biscotti raw chicken.
Well, we still love your wife, though.
I
We
do.
love her.
I mean, the good thing I know how to cook, right? So that's good, you know?
Yes.
If I ask her to make me a sandwich, I'll be in the hospital for the wrong reason.
We still love her, though. We still love her.
Of course. Of course. So yeah,
Yes,
I
you
cannot
do.
say that to my wife at all because she'll be like, you sure? I'm like, no, I'm not sure. I'll go cook.
But my husband was a much better cook than me, I can tell you that. But I can cook, but my husband was way better at cooking than me. Way better.
Oh, Mike is back, but he's sideways now.
Don't be sideways, Mike.
Man, there's like a big lag. There's a big lag on the YouTube, man.
No? Or on my screen it doesn't, so
I'm
of
not
course.
even on YouTube.
Oh, he's straight now. He's straight. Okay, here we go. Can you hear us now?
Oh, there he is.
Yo, what's up?
What are you smoking tonight?
I don't know yet. I still gotta go into my humidor. I'm try
Oh,
to
wow.
finish something first, and then I'm gonna go outside and grab a smoke.
What?
Yeah.
It's too cold.
All right, everybody,
is.
I'm off.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
Fun.
Thanks for joining.
I'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Take care, man.
So yeah, routine animals we are, and we know what Martin Amaya is on right now. Hey guys, he says.
Martin, what's up, Martin?
Martin Amaya.
Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at?
He's on the chat. He's on the YouTube.
Oh, I'm not. I don't even have YouTube up.
You know, we're
Did y'all
bra-
see me and Tony on here last night?
Say what?
Did you guys all see me and Tony on here last night?
I don't think nobody's on last night.
I think I saw you. I didn't listen to it, but I saw it.
Oh, dropped off again.
Where the hell's Albert at, man? It looks warm out there.
Yeah, it's not too bad, man. Not too bad at all.
He's like Texas, right? You're like south of Texas, southeast of Texas or
Dallas.
somewhere.
No, Dallas.
Oh, nice, man. I go to Denton. I got a shop out there in Denton.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, Dallas. So kind of Mesquite area.
Nice.
Martin Amaya, you gotta join us. The link's in the new home, man.
I noticed quite a few people posted in the new home today.
Is it? Is there? Let me see. Bang bang da dang bang bang.
It's crazy because it goes like in spurts. We'll get a bunch of posts in there and then it'll go dead. It's just me and Michael and Sherry.
Yep. Which is nice. You guys still keep it up. So, you know, all I do is go in there, check, make sure there's no problems, fix issues, and, you know, do updates on softwares. That's pretty much all we do.
Right. Yeah, we're protecting the home front, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, just in case. Like, for example, today's Facebook was weird. And I was like, reminder, we do have a new home.
We do have it. Yes, we do.
You know, there's got to be one, right now, especially right now, the bandwidth of like the internet is being crazy because everybody's using internet at home, right? Kids are using internet to learn. You know, adults are using internet for sports movies. You know, and and that large amount of bandwidth going through, so a lot of websites are crashing down all the time. I was like wondering if that was my problem because like I had this chat room set up at noontime today, so it was just on there, and then nobody's in it, and I just have it black. And then I went upstairs. I was checking Facebook. All of a sudden, all the pictures not showing. I was like, wait a second. Is the bandwidth not enough? No showing pictures. Then like you know, I went on Twitter to find out everybody's posting about Facebook not working. Even Facebook is answering their Facebook not working on Twitter. It's funny.
Sherry, you smoking the hookah?
Yes.
I thought you were La Reja. What happened to La Reja?
I finished it already. Now I'm doing the hookah. Double apple mint.
Ooh. So do you inhale the hookah, or is it just like cigars?
Nope, I don't inhale the hookah.
It's fruity smoke, so you don't have to inhale it.
I don't inhale it. It is non-tobacco, non-nicotine. Shisha.
Nice.
There's no point to inhale it. Your lung doesn't taste anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, I've seen some people that do crazy setup for their hookahs though. Crazy setup.
Yeah, that's not me. I'm not like that.
Like they have hookahs that's like as tall as like a huge like 6 feet tall thing, and it has like four pipes for four people,
exactly.
and like the whole entire thing is decked out with fruits in and out. The whole thing's stapled. You know, it looks like a really nice cup of like sangria. You know, a big bowl
That's
of thing,
not
and then
me.
just people just go smoke.
That's not me. I'm not all the way hookah. I'm just a little bit hookah.
Now hookah just became adjective.
Just a little.
Just a little hookah, not all the way hookah.
Not just the tip. I only want the tip.
Oh.
Not the whole thing, just the tip.
It just went there, didn't it? It just went there.
Yeah.
It did. We went way over the board on that.
Martin said he inhales hookah though. Martin inhales hookah.
No way. Ooh.
Martin, really? No.
He doesn't just want a tip. He wants the whole thing.
Oh!
He deep throats it, huh?
Oh!
Not a good answer why I'm drinking soda, man. That almost came out my nose.
He's not here to defend himself. He should be on this video.
He will do an after show and talk about defending, right? He'll do an after show where nobody can argue.
I'm sorry, Martine.
We love you, Martin.
I just invited him, so we'll see.
You just invited him.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
What's up, brother?
Why are you smoking, Martin?
He's an old married man now.
Yeah, I am.
Congratulations.
What is
Yes,
that?
sir.
I've got a Hiram and Solomon Shriner.
Shriners.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Martin? What are you drinking?
Mason jars of iced tea.
What are you drinking, Martin?
It's at 17 something that I had at my wedding.
Oh, 1792?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
I got Basil Hayden, bro. Basil Hayden.
Oh, nice.
It is nice. Ooh.
So yeah, Martin, we're just talking about, as you can hear, you know, you like all the way. You don't like just the tip. You hookah all the way.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. But see, when I first started smoking hookah, it was, I think, right around the time where I just started smoking cigars. And I knew you weren't supposed to inhale cigars, but I inhaled the hookah anyway. But it didn't really do anything, so whatever.
Yeah, it's just steam. It's steam.
Yeah, vapor.
It is. It's like vaping.
Because I think there are hookah that has tobacco and there are hookah that don't have tobacco at all. So a lot of people just go with the fruity stuff and no tobacco at all.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do herbal. No
I only
tobacco.
went to a place that has hookah a few times, and it was at a party. And then those party has a really sexy woman that will prep your hookah every time.
Yes.
And here's the thing though, I've never smoked hookah.
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't want to go near those pretty women, so that's what turned me away. That's what actually turned me away. I was like, no, it's okay. They're in swimming suits and stuff, you know, and...
Yeah, me and my wife. Me and my wife used to actually go to this hookah lounge right here, probably about a good maybe 10 miles from our house. They'd always have like really nice, chill Arabic music, and then there'd be like one time in the middle at like 9 o'clock. They'd have like these two belly dancers would go around every table. I'm like, oh, what is this?
One thing I don't understand is why belly dancer is called belly dancer, because they're not really shaking their belly. They're shaking their butt to move their belly.
Yeah, they are.
Their hips.
Yeah, right? Hip don't lie, right? So, but like, you know,
Right?
why is it called a belly dancer?
Don't,
Huh?
I don't think it matters.
I'm so glad I'm the only female in there.
But here's the thing though, like, I mean, if you're in this chat, you're a female that can handle it, right? You wouldn't be in here if you can't handle it.
Oh, I can handle it.
I was gonna say Sherry can handle us, man.
Oh, yes, I can.
You know?
So you know me. Y'all know me.
Right?
You know, I mean, here's the thing. I love Christina, but if Christina's in this chat, we'll have toned it down like 5 turns, okay?
Yes. You are so right. Yes.
Who's Christina?
Sherry can handle
Christina
more than
Harris.
herself. That's the reality.
Yeah, I can. I've been there, done that. Been there, done that. In case y'all didn't know, I've been there, done that.
I mean,
I
is
love
there
all
even
you
a
guys.
question
I
whether
love
or
all
not
you guys.
Ash Queen can handle jokes? Because she's been through the military. And
Oh,
you're
yeah,
telling me
I
those
love-
people don't
I
joke
love
there?
all you guys. I love all you guys. I love all y'all. It's
We
not a
love
lot that
you,
can
too.
offend me. You can't offend me. You really can't offend me. You really
I think
can't.
Sherry's been through the ringer once or twice.
Yeah,
At least.
I'm pretty sure.
At
I'm pretty
least.
sure on that. I'm pretty sure
At
on
least.
that.
At least.
So Martin, what are you up to? What is your daily thing that keep you sane in this situation right now? What is making you not going crazy at this situation every day?
Well, I mean, right now, being the homeschooling the kids is kind of like a day job. So, I think right about 2:30, 3 o'clock, after the kids are done with their schoolwork, I'll just either go outside, smoke a cigar, and then at night have a drink. So that's all you can do, I guess.
Do you think teachers need a raise at this point?
I do, especially dealing with my kids.
Joseph said, plus we all had to deal with Chapin.
Amen to that, yes.
So basically, they give you the syllabus and have you teach your kids instead of them teaching your kids.
Well, all the schools are shut down, so they basically send us emails with all the kids, I guess, lessons throughout the day. They have little laptops that
Chromebooks.
gave to them, so they'll do all their online lessons. And I mean, with my kids, my oldest is only in 3rd grade, so he doesn't really have a whole lot of lessons. So they basically just keep him busy, like reading and math, and he has like a couple paragraphs he has to write about what he read. It's not too bad, but it's just keeping them busy the entire time that they're supposed to be working.
Being at home, have you teach your kids about science yet? Why does things combust?
No, we haven't got to that.
I don't know.
No, but you get questions like I don't get it. I don't get it. And you have to try to work them through that process of, what is it you don't get, stuff like that. It's challenging.
It's more challenging when the kids ask you a question that's obviously 2nd grade, but you don't know the answer to.
That dude, Queen Stacy's mom, died from the Rona.
Really?
Yeah.
Come here.
No, I don't have my face on.
Well, my face is on, so come here.
No. Well, then
We can hear you. We can hear you.
I'll get on the side of the fence like Mr. Willis did.
Come here.
Oh, that's
Move, Edgar, move.
I thought it was the dogs.
Come on.
No, I'm not gonna
I've
go.
got all of SSL.
Come on.
Exactly. I need to go shower.
Come
Come
on.
on.
We don't care about no damn makeup.
Let April.
Boys, move.
Mira, go.
Dogs, move. Out of the way.
Mira, go. Let's say hi to
Good night. Love you.
There we go. Loving father.
I know, right? It's so beautiful.
No, they wanted to know something about a math problem, probably, right?
Full-time teacher. You gotta answer 24/7. I don't know. Now that I have kids at home, you can do a lot of things with them, but at the same time, how much do I have to do with them, right? There's a lot of, where's the line? What can I teach my kids? What can I not teach my kids? What should I teach my kids? Now, for example, Albert is a science guy. Now, if he has kids at home and still young and everything, he will probably teach them something build a robot or something like that. Raspberry Pi, plug it in to find out if it works, that kind of stuff. For you, Martin, what will you have to teach your kids? If they're we don't have any material for you, you need to teach your kids something. What will you teach them?
I'm the shop teacher.
For the most part, I will literally. We've got apps like ABC Mouse that if I run out of stuff that, like, basically in between one kid, starting one kid with a lesson, another kid will be, I'm done. So I have to jump back to the other kid and be like, okay, well, do this. And another kid will be like, okay, I'm done. So it's literally hopping from one kid to another, get them on each lesson. And then when they're done and I have nothing else left for them to do, I just send them to abcmouse.com and they just play on air.
What if the internet wasn't working? Have you thought about that?
We've got books they can read.
Here we go. Harry Potter!
Paper assignment.
Yeah, with my
You'd have paper assignments. Go
with
with it.
my 9-year-old, I will literally have him read a book and then write a paragraph about what he read.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. How about you, Matt? I know your kids are all grown. What would you have done? Like, if your kids, no syllabus, knowing that what you know today, all right, and you don't know anything about your kids' school, and they had to stay home at grade school level, what will you teach them?
We'd be out working in the garage and art.
I think that would be pretty cool. It's like, here you go, kids. This is a engine block, you know?
Yep.
And this is
hands-on. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
This is a 10 millimeter and this is a 9 millimeter. If you lose any of those, I'll kill you.
Where's my goddamn 10 millimeter? Hold the flashlight.
Albert, what would you teach your kid, knowing what you know today, but they're at grade school level?
Preschool level?
Grade school level. So, you know,
Grade school.
yeah. Let's say 3rd grade or 4th grade.
Man. Yeah, you know, I tell you one thing my wife did a lot was take them to the library and let them read.
You can't. It's coronavirus. You can't go to the library right now.
Well, yeah, but you read stuff. You have books and read and get familiar with learning how to read and comprehend what you're reading. That's just huge. That's everything.
So you'll just teach them how to read. You just tell them to go read, basically.
Well,
Hey, Jason.
Make it interesting. Yeah, you don't just you know, it's not like a pacifier, but engage them in the reading process and talk about the stories and things like that. Put together jigsaw puzzles, man. There's a lot of critical thinking and you know that kind of that challenge. So there's a lot of little things you can do.
True.
I'd like to add to my teaching resume.
What would you like to add?
Home economics.
Home economic.
Yeah.
Cleaning, sewing, and ironing.
Those are not economics. Those are chores.
Oh man, like I love to clean. I love to cook, and I like to iron like no other.
You like to iron?
Military
I love to
style.
iron.
You know, my house, my wife hates ironing, but I have a lot of shirts. I could use some help.
I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't like to iron.
Cooking, you know, you teach, you know, for them to be cooking. If you get a recipe and you try to follow the recipe, or you try to, you know, double the recipe or cut it in half, stuff like that. There's a lot of math that you can incorporate in a practical way. You know, you don't have to make it all geeky, but it's practical.
Joseph Woodruff just said that he will teach his daughter to how to change oil in a vehicle. And that's gotta save like $60 at a time, man. That's a good thing to learn.
I taught my kids how to adjust valves on cars.
Shit.
I think that's way too advanced for grade school.
Well, they were junior high when they learned.
Yeah, you know, at grade school, I think, you know, it will be already pretty tough to tell them to, you know, change spark plugs and make sure the you know, the timing is right.
I don't know. There's some smart kids out there, and when you know they find a niche, they catch on real quick.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I was in grade school, our math fair, this one kid did a presentation on how lights can bend, how to bend lights. At 5th grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, he did a math fair project on how to bend light.
Was his name Tony?
No. Tony was the one that's just standing there. I can't speak no English.
He didn't speak any English, but he could bend some goddamn light.
I'll bend that reporting board. Jason Martin says, cooking, sewing, and the basic thing I was taught from my grandfather, basic mechanical skills.
Right. I don't even think they teach home economics in school anymore.
In Japan, they do, though.
Do they?
Yeah, Japan still have cooking class, still have sewing class, still have, cleaning class, basic home stuff.
Right on.
That's the best part. In Japan, school has a kitchen to cook stuff.
Yeah, we had kitchens
One
too.
of our classrooms has a kitchen, and it's like the whole room's a bunch of stoves and
Yeah, that's how ours was too.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Sherry? No, like if your
And
daughter
then they have another one.
is
then when they get to
grade
high
school today, what will you teach her today? If she have no schoolwork, no syllabus, nothing. You muted your microphone, Sherry. Sherry, your microphone is muted.
Sorry about that.
Here we go.
I did.
So what would you teach her?
I would teach her how to change a tire, number one.
Yep.
Number one.
Yeah, that's good.
Number two, how to change the oil in a car.
Yep.
Number three, how to change the plugs, because I learned my husband was a jack shave mechanic, so he taught me all of that.
Cool.
And
So
I
it's
think that's important. I think it's important for people to know how to do that, because people take advantage. They take advantage of people that don't know how to do that.
that's the thing though. So many people today does not know how to change a spare tire. So many people today. It's so bad.
Did you know
Yeah,
that
He
most?
doesn't want to learn that. He doesn't want to learn that.
Spare tires not even full size, man.
What did you say, Matt?
Did you know that most new cars don't even come with a spare tire in them anymore?
But they're run flat, so you don't have to change them.
They had that little fucking donut. That little fucking donut thing.
They're run
No,
flat
they don't even
tires.
have- They don't even
Now
have
they
that.
run on run flats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if they don't come with tire, it has to come with a run flat. That's like a code.
No. So if you ever look at like Kias, and I think Hyundai as well, and that's how they're getting their prices so low on a lot of their cars, is because they're not including a
The
lot of
Hyundai that I just bought has spare tires.
It doesn't have a donut?
It has a
Doesn't have that
donut in
little
there.
donut?
So if it has it, but they were charging you extra for it.
Oh, that's
I don't think I pay extra for it. It's part of the standard safety thing.
bullshit.
It depends on what state you're in. I think it has to do with what state you're in. Some state allows it, some state don't. So
No, and I'm just saying, I know Kia did it forever.
It's our own fault, man. It's our own fault. We settled for the damn donut years ago, man. We should never settle.
That donut was bullshit. It's still bullshit.
You're right. We settled. We settled, and now they don't even give us the damn donut. So it's our fault.
You're right, Albert. You're right.
those donuts saved my life so many times. I had a few times where the tire just gone.
I know. I have a donut in my car, but I have a 2005. So
See, what I did when I was a teenager, I'd have my donut to put on when there was an emergency, but I would also have a full-size spare with an additional rim in my storage so that I'd be able to put that on and then get the other one replaced whenever I had the funds for
my
it.
husband was the same. My husband hated those donuts, and he threw them out. And I always had a spare tire in my trunk until he passed away, and now I have a donut.
How about this?
He
That,
would be so-
You can't
He
even
would be
buy
so
that donut.
disappointed in me. He would be so disappointed in me right now.
how about this? Let's go one by one. Albert, what is the most annoying car issue that you hit while you're on the road that you cannot resolve on your own?
Windshield wipers that have gone out where I waited too long, and they squeak like a mother, man. I hate that.
All right. So Martin, what about you? What is the one time the car broke down that you cannot resolve? What's the most annoying one?
The most annoying thing that I could not resolve. The most consistent thing was the check engine light.
Yes! Yes!
That's
I'm
easy to
agreeing with
resolve.
Mark
Just
right
remove
now.
the light.
Me and
Put a tape on
Mark-
it.
Me and Martine on the same page.
Put a tape on it. You never see it.
Me and my Steven are on the same page. We're on the same
Just
page.
hope that bitch ain't flashing either, man. God, I hate the flashing check engine light.
How about you, Matt? What is the
that
car?
fucking
What kind of car issue do you have that you couldn't resolve on the road?
I don't think I've ever had any car issues that I couldn't resolve.
On the road. Get out of
Dead
here.
serious.
Get out of here.
Dead serious.
You're on the road. You don't have any tools, and your car break down. We can resolve
Oh,
that.
I always have tools. I always carry tools.
But you don't have parts.
I'm an automotive technician, diesel
Get out of here.
technician.
Get out of here. All right. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, so look, check this out. My son, we put turbo on his car. We did the whole kit. You saw the welds that I did on those pipes.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
He broke down in Salt Lake on the side of the freeway, fuel squirting out of his injectors. I pulled his injectors right there on the side of the freeway, changed the O-rings, put the injectors back in, and had him up and running in 15 minutes.
All right. Skip Matt. Let's not take Matt as any example of anything.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a badass, man.
Fuck you, Hashimoto. Fuck you, Hashimoto.
Okay. So Joseph.
I'm the Japanese
We're all
MacGyver,
Brooklyn,
goddammit.
There you go.
Joseph says for him it will be the transmission. Jason Martin says transmission solenoid froze and kept the car in first gear is his problem.
Oh yeah, that sucks. That sucks.
Damn.
I will say one time in my, I had a little Acura that I had the timing belt just completely shred.
Oh hell no! Yeah. You need to replace those. Those are the one item on those cars that you
You're
have
right,
to
you're right.
replace.
Should have known your mileage. You know, when you are like almost 100,000 miles, it's time to change those.
Time to take it. Time to do it. You should just do it.
Yeah, when you buy a car at 100,000, you pretty much gotta expect that thing's gonna break anytime soon.
Did it bend the valves, Martine?
No, I think I had to get a new pulley for something. I don't remember what it was.
New pulley?
Pride tensioner.
Okay, Sherry, what about you? What is the one time that you broke down and you couldn't fix?
Oh my god. I couldn't get. It's not that I didn't know how to change a tire. I couldn't get the damn lug nuts off because they used the damn air hammer.
Yep.
They use a
Let me tell you a
fucking air
trick.
hammer.
Jump on it.
Please tell me.
Yep. Put the lug wrench so that you can stand on it and use your body weight to
Yeah,
break
that's
it.
how I do it. Just jump on it.
And it still didn't work. Maybe it's because I lost weight. Maybe that's what.
What?
Were you going the right way?
I tried. I got a 4-way. I even have a 4-way lug wrench.
I know, but were you going the
People
right
don't
way?
have.
You're stepping and making them tighter.
Yeah.
I'm not as heavy as I used to be, bitches. I'm not.
Lefty loosey, Sherry. Lefty loosey.
Yep.
I
lefty
know, but
loosey.
I mean, I stand on it and it still don't work.
This is what happens, Sherry, when you lose 20 pounds. That 20 pound could have loosened it.
Exactly right. When you lost 40 pounds, bitches, you can't stand on the lug
You
wrench.
see, it doesn't work that way. You know, you gotta gain some weight for that.
Exactly.
You know, when you have next time you have that problem, go down Dunkin' Donut, get some donuts, help you with that weight, and then you start jumping on it.
Well, thank God I had somebody I could call that came and did it for me. Thank you, Jesus.
And for
I just
me,
wanna-
is actually I had the car parked to the side while I was making a phone call. And it was snowing, it was cold, and my rear drum brake froze completely. Because when you drive manual, you got to pull your e-brake. That e-brake froze completely. I could not get the car to move. So guess what happened? It's a front wheel drive car, so I just drift my way to the body shop. The two rear tire does not move at all. It just kept. Whenever I
You had a
swing, it
hammer.
goes sideways.
You were drifting. You were drifting. Tokyo drifting.
Exactly.
You had a hammer, Tony. You could have got underneath the car,
You were
on the behind
Tokyo
the car,
drifting.
and smacked him and broke it loose.
If I smack the car will break into pieces. Okay? I was that angry. I was like, oh, this damn thing. All I do was pull the e-brake for a little bit. It froze.
Okay, here's a question for Matt, right? What is the ultimate tool set that we need to carry with us? Since we got to carry tools, what do we have to put in our toolbox?
But I have a lot of tools. I have tools. My husband makes sure I had tools. I have a lot of tools.
What
So-
do we have in the car, though?
10 millimeter socket right there.
I have a lot of sockets. I have a lot of tools. A lot
So
of
it
tools.
depends on the car you're driving. American cars, you definitely need the SAE, standard car tool set. Metric set for any Asian, most German, I want to say most, BMWs, Mercedes, and all those guys have a lot of their special tools to work on a lot of their cars. But, it just depends. I mean, I always carry a set of pliers. Like I have multiple bags that I have sitting right here in front of me that are loaded with tools, plus my toolbox and pliers, Phillips, flathead, screwdrivers. I always have a test light so I can test for electrical issues with fuses and all that stuff. I know it sounds like a lot, and you really don't need to be mechanically inclined.
Let me tell you, Albert, the only tool you need, is Matt's phone number. That's all you need to bring, okay?
Exactly.
There you go. 1-800 Hashimoto will get you the breakdown service. I'll be ready.
Yeah. If Matt is not available, AAA. But if Matt's available, you don't need to call AAA. That's the only tool you need.
It'll take you 4 hours to get there, but 15 minutes later, you're going.
Yeah, it's even faster than AAA. AAA will have taken an hour to get to you. Matt, 15 minutes, he'll walk you through it. He's like, do you see that pipe right there? Get the pocket knife out of your pocket, cut that thing, twisting the nut, and it will work.
Right.
He'll give you the MacGyver explanation of how to fix your car.
Well, the biggest thing is preventive maintenance. I'm not gonna lie. If you're doing preventive maintenance on your vehicles, you should never have any issues.
Here's the thing, though. I believe in preventive maintenance. I also believe that if you change one thing, you change everything around it.
Well, it just depends on what you're doing.
But that's the thing. Let's say, for example, you change the left ball joint of your car. You might as well change the right ball joint of your car, because if one side is gone, the other side is about to go.
My car right now.
Now, like Martin said, when his water pump or his timing belt went out, you want to do the water pump, the tensioner, and all that right there, because you have to take that all apart.
Anyway, yeah. You might as well do a clutch while you're at it, too.
I've never done a clutch when I did a timing belt, but...
it's out there anyway. Might as well do it together.
I don't think I've ever had to replace the clutch on my cars.
Good.
You drive an automatic car, right? That's why. You drive an automatic car, right?
No. All of my cars have been standard except for one.
All your cars been standard except for one. But here's the thing, you buy them at 100,000 miles. Somebody already changed it for you.
Most likely.
I've had to change clutch probably 4 times so far in my life. Not myself, I had to bring in for change. But I run out of clutch so fast. But then again, I'm Asian. I drive sideways, so I run out of clutch quick.
Well, yeah, when you're drifting your car off the freeway. I've changed many clutches in my life, but I've changed only on my personal cars, is only just to upgrade them to race clutches.
Here's one thing that one reason that I changed to German car is because the Japanese car, the clutch is so light, you can stall. But the German cars, the clutch is so heavy, it never stalls. The torque is so heavy, it just, as soon as you let go, even at idle, you'll go. So.
Well, that's easy. You can always change the clutch to a bigger clutch, and you'll get that on an Asian car.
No, but that's the thing. Like, in terms of being stock, when you just buy the car, Civic, for example, Civic's clutch is so light that if you go anywhere less than 3,000 RPM, that thing is gonna stall.
Right. No, I get it, because they're made for people to drive. They're not really, race cars.
No.
Now, if you go get my Hellcat, that clutch is so heavy and so sensitive. Man, you just take off. Barely let off the clutch.
The moment that I was trying to stall a BMW 1 Series, and that's not really a race car. It's like an entry-level BMW. I couldn't even get it to stall at 1,000 RPM. And if I do any less than that, it felt like somebody just hit the car. It's from the back of gunch, and then it stops. For cars like Civic, you'll be so it's a huge difference when it comes to clutch in between those cars.
Oh yeah, I know BMW and Mercedes and those guys. They put a lot of engineering into those clutches and transmissions. I mean, it's a pretty big. I mean, it's a sports car.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a race car from the factory.
Yeah, right. And
by definition, though, anything below 300 horsepower is not a sports car. It's sporty car.
Right.
So all those cars are actually sporty car. They're sporty, but they're not a sports car.
Hell, Sherry dropped off.
Sports car.
She walked away a little bit. I don't know what she did though.
Oh.
Joseph Woodruff said, I had to swap an engine once. Sucks.
Oh yeah, I've done that many times.
Changing engine sucks. Jason Martin said, body of mine had a Hellcat modded to 1,085 horsepower and the clutch is awesome.
Holy fuck.
1,085 horsepower, that clutch is non-existent.
Right. Neither are them tires.
Yeah. The clutch is not there. The tire is like, as soon as you drive home, you change tire. That's what you get.
Holy crap, man. I mean, mine bone stock is 707 horsepower, and it doesn't matter. I mean, you can't grip the ground for anything.
Yeah, like why do you need 1,085 horsepower anyway?
I'm telling you what, man. After driving the Hellcat at 700 horsepower, I don't know why anybody would need 1,000 horsepower. I mean, it's scary at 700 horsepower. It's effing scary.
My car is only at 510 horsepower, and that is like, why do anybody needs more than that horsepower anyway? Like, it's already picking up as soon as you step on it.
Did you say 110 horsepower?
No, 510 horsepower.
Oh.
At the wheel. So I don't know what the actual number is, but like it's 510 to the wheel. But like, why do you even need more than that? The BMW has even less than that, and that thing, first gear and second gear is not usable. It's not usable. That thing jerks like crazy at first, second gear. It does not grip the ground.
Right.
Like when you take off, you literally have to get comfort mode, take off. All right, starts at a second gear, just slowly move forward, and then you can start driving. If you do a manual mode, you don't want to start at first gear. You will not grip. They literally did I think like a drag test between the M3 and the C63. The M3 is not moving at all in the beginning. It's just skids. Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
I've got 350 on my Mazda, and that's scary.
Yeah, is it turbo?
Yeah, it's a Mazda Speed 3 with it's got access port, tank, and exhaust. And it's pretty damn fast.
I don't think there's any normal NA cars right now that's 300 plus horsepower.
Well, but mine's not.
Right, there's no natural aspiration car that's 300 plus horsepower nowadays.
No, it's not. Yeah, even the new Honda Civic Si is turbo.
It's all turbo, yeah.
My son, we put on his Civic that was not turbo from the factory. It's an SI, but we put an aftermarket turbo kit on it, and it's got 510 horsepower.
So is that the sixth generation one? The sixth generation one that didn't come with turbo?
I don't know what generation it's
before it was a hatchback. It was still not a hatchback yet, kind of.
Hold on, let me show you.
Well, no, every Honda.
That's the one. That's the one I'm talking about. I own one of those in gray color before I bought the 1 Series.
I think it was like up to like the 2015 before they came with turbos.
Yeah. On the Civics, yeah.
Those cars are fun though. Those cars, and they have a huge support groups. Literally, like if you go online, there's a huge group of every part that you want to change.
Parts for them are all over the place too. So
here's the thing that everybody should follow. Never buy your car part on eBay. Okay, never ever buy your car on eBay. Please, if you're watching this and you own a Honda for the very first time, you decide to modify your car, don't buy any parts. Any parts on eBay.
No. There's a lot of that stuff, and even with like all your European and every Asian American cars, there's a lot of parts that are made specifically for those cars from the factory. That when you buy aftermarket parts, you have more problems with the car.
Reliability goes down.
Shit. Like going to just even brakes. I mean, brakes have become so so technical now with the materials they're making them out of that if you go put like O'Reilly's brake pads on there, you're gonna have like squeals and all kinds of nasty noises.
But here's the thing: high end brake pads are all squeal. They all squeal. It doesn't matter what it is, what it is. You can buy a brand new Porsche, it's got a squeal. You buy a brand new M3, it's got a squeal.
I know, but what I'm saying is, but you're gonna have more issues than what you normally would have with the OEM factory parts. But that's with some parts, and that's not everything. But like when it comes to timing belt, water pump, like when a Honda, Mazda, Acura, all that shit, I will buy that from the factory because they've made that specifically for that car or that with the certain materials. You can go buy an aftermarket belt and it'll last you half the life that the factory one will.
That makes me wonder why is Martin not buying a BMW when he worked in a BMW dealer?
Because I know better.
That's why he owns a Japanese
I
car.
never own a BMW. I will never own a German car. I love my Japanese cars. My like dead basic ass Honda Civics, Integra, RSX, all those basic models. I've always driven those and run them to the ground. Even my Mazda 3, I hate it because there's so many issues with that car.
Japanese car is meant to be driving until it dies. That thing is like, you'll just beat it until there's no way to fix that thing ever again. Then you'll sell it.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, Martin. You smoking in that car, man, on your videos, dude. I'm like, how the hell does he do that? And does your wife and kids get in that car and ever go, holy shit, it stinks?
No, I mean, for the most part, my seats are half leather, half suede. And anytime I smoke in the car and I ash in the car, I'll vacuum it. I think the main thing is the vacuuming. Because if I don't vacuum the ash and the ash stays in the car, it just completely makes the entire car smell like horrible.
Right.
I never smoke with the AC on, with the recirculation button on.
Right.
I always smoke with the windows down. But I think having leather in the car really helps the car out.
Okay. I always see the videos, man, and I'm like, you barely crack the windows sometimes. I'm like, damn, that's got to stink up the car.
But no, when I'm not recording, I'll roll the windows down. So I have the window, the air circulating through. It's only when I'm trying to record the video because there's so much wind noise around me that I'm actually smoking with the windows up.
Okay.
I don't smoke or eat in my car, so I never had that problem. Yeah.
I don't either.
Cause I feel like you can't really enjoy a cigar or smoke in the car while you're driving. And if I'm parked somewhere, I might as well just smoke outside of it,
I drank coffee in my truck one time and I spilled the shit everywhere. I was so pissed off.
We went to New York one time where I had a those like thermal bottle, fully closed. I has milk tea in there or coffee in there, and we left it in the car and forgot about it, and was in the garage, underground garage for 4 or 5 days. When we came up, my wife was gonna go open it. I was like, "Don't open that thing. That thing's not drinkable anymore." She opened it up, the whole thing just yogurt coming out of it, like everywhere. It was disgusting. The whole car stank when driving back.
Oh.
Jason Mountain says that his daughter's Nissan has 310 miles on it. 310,000 miles on it. 310,000 miles. That's like 2 engines over.
Right.
That's a lot of mileage.
Japan, I think they changed their engines at like 50,000 miles or something like that.
Yeah, because of emissions.
Right.
Japan has a huge used car market, though.
We used to have a shop here in Dallas. I don't know if it's still open, but we would have 50,000 mile engines that you could purchase to be able to swap into your broken down Hondas.
Yep, I did that a lot.
Wow.
That's how my Integra got stolen. Somebody came over and just saw my hood open and took the engine.
What?
My Integra Type R was parked in Harvard Ave, right in Austin. Huh?
Because it was a Type R, that's why.
Yeah. They took everything that has the word Type R on it.
Yep.
And literally, when I found the car, was
they didn't take the whole car.
They don't want the whole car. Because taking the whole car is easy to identify by the number.
No, I had a buddy that had a Type R yellow Integra. I mean, it literally shined when he waxed it. There was no hiding that car. People would follow his house, and they stole the car from his garage, and it was printed out like 2 weeks later.
Because every part on that Type R, the Integra Type R has a serial number on everything. Fender, all engine parts, all have a matching number. So when you stole the whole car, you can actually find out who that car is owned to. So.
Man, I had a Type R back in the day, man. That was early 90s.
It was good. It was a fun car.
Yeah, they were badass cars. Integra Type R, man.
I mean, I had a GSR, and that thing was pretty badass.
Jason says it's 3.5 V6, so that must be a Maxima. For Nissan to have 3.5 V6, that has to be a Maxima.
What did he say?
I mean, I think the Altimas have the 3.6 also.
Huh?
I think the Altimas have the 3.6 also. No?
No,
Yeah,
3.5 V6, 3.5 liter V6 is Maxima.
3.5 there.
Yeah, the Ultima never had a V6.
No, I could have sworn there was an Altima that had a V6. Oh, the GSR, GTR, one of those. GSR, I think is what it was.
Let's take a look. Nissan 3.5 liter V6 engine.
There was an Altima.
Chosen for the award 10 best engine. All right, that's the let's see.
SCR, maybe the SCR Altima. I don't know, something like that.
SCR Altima is not 3.5. Let me see what car is in.
14, you're saying. So you're saying Japan is sending those 50,000 mile engines?
Say what?
What?
Are you saying that Japan is sending over those 50,000 mile engines and is in the resale market? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, they've been doing that for years.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a shop that would actually buy engines from Japan, have them imported, and then had like a whole warehouse full of 50,000 mile engines.
Yep. Yeah, they've been doing that for years. I mean, I was in high school when I found that out. And, man, I started buying B16s and B17 motors from Japan. It was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think Martin is right. Martin, Altima does have a 3.5 V6 since 2005. It's the SE model.
Not the Altima, though.
It's the Altima. Yeah. Altima SL and SE and SR all have the 3.5.
Wow, I didn't know the Altima had that.
Yeah, I thought it's always the Maxima.
Right.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I went an Altima. It was because of the SCR engine.
Damn.
Woo! 270 horsepower. 32 miles highway.
That thing was a beast.
Oh, here you go. 2008 Altima SE 3.5 is Jason Martin's daughter's car. Oh, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, I started learning about the Nissans when my wife had a Sentra SCR. It was a 4-cylinder, 2.5 liter, and then I started looking at all the Nissans that I wanted, and I was like, oh, because I'd never owned a Nissan. I've always owned Honda, but after driving her SCR Sentra, I was like, dang, I might want to get me an Altima.
My first car was a Nissan Maxima 3.0. 2000. It was 1998, and I when I owned it was 2002. But yeah, I have my own share of used cars, and I learned not to get used cars anymore.
I've never owned a Nissan. I'm a Honda freak.
You know, for a long while, I keep buying Hondas. So Honda is just so much easier to work on, so much easier to fix any issues that you have. And
I went to Honda Tech School with Honda back in Riverside, California. And man, you know, I learned a lot about Japanese heritage and how they incorporate it into their vehicles. And you know, they make their vehicles not only for the customer to enjoy it and aesthetically appealing to the eye, but they make it so that their technicians can work on it as well. And accessible to all the parts, and they have access ports for every nut and bolt, where you go to Chevy and Ford and Dodge, man, they don't give two shits about the technician, man. they are throwing shit together, and there you go. Fix
Was
it.
that the
Figure it
Kaizen?
out.
Is that the Kaizen model or method?
Yes.
You know, and for Honda, you know, everything was kind of in-house. Like even the Mugen tuning was by his own son, right? So
Right.
it's not too far apart.
Right. No, it's not. It's still in the family, you know. And like I just got done working on a Honda right now, and fuck, man, I just whooped right through it, man. But I do have a lot of my, specialty tools as well. So
I know, right? Because you have a lift, you got air tools, and that makes everything so much easier. If you have a lift and you have air tool, that's like two most important things to work on cars.
yes,
It makes
I didn't
everything
use
like
any
10
air
times
tools.
easier.
I didn't use any air tools today, but
That's because you like to, you don't need to do the body weight on it. You don't just jump on it. You just go, ah!
right, with all the gyms closed, I needed an extra workout. Oh gosh.
Jason Martin says he went to Toyota TRD school in Houston, Texas.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, Toyotas-
I never liked Toyotas. I own one Toyota, and that was it. That was it for me.
I like Toyota.
I have a Toyota Tundra, and it's lifted, 6-inch lift, 35-inch tires, and I love it. I love it. I to go buy another truck today, Chevy, Dodge, Ford, any of that. I know it's not a 1-ton or a 3/4 ton truck, my Tundra, but it does the job. It's never failed me, never.
If I had to buy a truck,
Literally,
I would definitely get F-150 for sure. That thing takes the beating.
I'm literally looking at like the new Frontiers. It's just a basic, run it to the ground truck.
You
Frontier,
want the diesel
Nissan?
motor?
Mm-hmm.
You want the diesel?
No, just the 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder, 5-speed Nissan Frontier.
Oh, the smaller one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
What
thinking-
those like half bed? It's not even a full bed. Half bed.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted a truck, so I want something that I could just drive on the daily, basic maintenance, and just run it to the ground.
Damn, man, why you want to run it to the ground, man?
Yeah, why do you have to run everything to the ground?
One goal, right? That's my
Because I drive my cars hard, man.
Holy shit.
I don't know why. Like, don't abuse your car, man. Love your car.
Hey, forget my phone number, dude. Don't try
Man, it's like, I'm not going to get called every other day.
Matt, are you in Texas? Oh, shit. Wow.
Jason Martin says he loves his F-150 3.5 twin turbo V6 420 horsepower 480 foot-pounds of torque. Oh, that's a mouthful. Okay.
Is that the EcoBoost? I think that's the EcoBoost.
I think most of those eco stuff is just tuning the map anyway. It's not really blowing anything. It's just make you start driving a second gear rather than first gear all the time, and the throttle is out lighter. It doesn't.
A lot of these cars, like manufacturers, have to do a lot of manipulating of the motors because of the emission standards.
I all my cars, I think whenever I drive on eco, it never saves me any gas. I've never I didn't get any more miles driving on eco, driving safe, driving slow, than driving fast. I think driving fast actually saved me more gas.
I don't even think they made Mercedes eco.
They call it like blue tech, whatever crap thingy. I still get like 10 miles to a gallon, so it's okay.
The number one way to save gas is have a manual transmission.
Manual transmission, you said? Yeah, because you can control the gear, sure. But here's the thing, though. I can guarantee that if I get a manual transmission, I'll use more gas because I'll be driving more.
They're funner to drive.
Yeah, you'll see like Fast and Furious shifting 25 times per mile kind of thing.
Right.
You're driving 1 mile. How many gears do you have?
Well, that's why when I bought the Hellcat, I told you that I found the 6-speed manual. Most of them are automatics, so.
Wow.
My wife's
Yeah.
car has 9 gears. So when she step on it, I can hear her go to work. It's like how heavy did you step down? That thing just keep jumping gears.
Does your wife have a lead foot?
Mm. Both on gas and brakes.
Oh God.
Yep, that's mine.
Yeah, so when my wife started driving, I'm like holding on to the thing. I go like, and then she stopped looking. And then like after that, like no, I'll drive. Everywhere we go, I'll drive. And I'll be driving on the highway, and then you get those like minor traffic. So this car in front of you, but then now there's a good distance, right? She'll be like, pass that car. I said, why? Where are you going? Where are you going? Past that car. That car is too slow. There's another car in front of that car. Where are you going?
I'm with her, man. I'm with her. It's like, screw that, man. Why do I need to get in line, man? I can get up in front of a sleeper.
You get in front of the car, you're still not going anywhere, though. You just get one car forward. That's not gonna save you even 1 minute to your destination.
Yeah, but that's one car less, man. That's one. See, if that person's like going slow, then why are you gonna get behind the slow person?
You know,
you're that guy that
you know.
You're that guy that always gets in, tries to get to the front of the line when you got to make a left-hand turn or a right turn, and like you got to edge your way in.
Me and my wife will be like driving.
But try to be nice about it, and I look for where there's a gap. When someone's down looking at their phone, and I go ahead and squeeze up in the middle.
There's so many times where my wife and I get off the place at the same time where I drive slowly and she would just zoom off and I'll still end up at home earlier than her. She's one of those people that will leave early and arrive late at a faster speed.
Wow.
You know, you'll see her zoom off and then at the next traffic light, she's right next to you. Like, where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? How fast can you get? You know, 60 miles an hour versus 61 miles an hour is less than a minute difference.
Yeah. 1/60th of a difference, right?
Yeah, you're not gonna get anywhere, but like she will go. She will like, that car is driving too slow. It's like, that car is driving 75. She's like, 75 too slow.
Hey, she would feel at home in Texas. We drive 80 miles an hour on our highways.
Oh man, he ain't no lying. The Texas drivers, man, is something else out there. And I'm like, man, you guys are like hauling ass to go nowhere fast.
Yep.
Like, crazy.
But you know
Phoenix
what?
is like that too.
Phoenix, yeah, but then here's the thing: the Phoenix, everywhere you go, no matter how fast you go, you're still gonna arrive half an hour later.
What were you saying, Albert?
Traffic now is so light, man. It's like you can't use that as an excuse anymore. Like if you're late,
Right.
you left.
No, if you're late, you gotta say I had social distance between the car in front of me and and behind me. So that took me a while. Like, how far is the social distance? Well, you know, for cars, about 400 miles away.
Yeah. Social distancing. That's fine.
Social distancing. We gotta keep distance in cars too. You don't know that car might have coronavirus. San Antonio Autobahn. Jason Mon says San Antonio Autobahn.
San Antonio Autobahn.
Basically, people in Texas drive whatever speed they want.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
even in Germany, they have Autobahn, but people don't always drive like maximum speed. Because once you go over a certain speed, even though you could, your insurance won't cover it. Your insurance
No. They drive the hell out of it over there, man. They drive fast as shit. But the problem is the trucks. The trucks are always blowing things up.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Because
Like on Sundays are the best days to drive because people are the trucks can't drive on Sundays, so you can catch a lot of speed on the autobahn on Sundays.
But here's the thing, though. When I look at people driving, there's still people in a few lanes after, and even the autobahn, the speed limit thing is like a whole section, right? And there's some section on autobahn that you cannot drive whatever speed you want.
Oh, a lot, yeah. A especially around the cities, and those are getting, more and more, prolific. But there are some cities you can, and you'll be cruising along like 240, 260, or 240 kilometers, and it's probably just come zooming right past you, man. It's crazy.
But the insurance will not cover you after a certain speed, right? They say you basically can drive.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Because I heard from this person who drive there before, there's like insurance will not cover you once you hit over like 112, 120 or something like that. The insurance will not cover it if you get into an accident.
Yeah, I imagine so. I mean, probably so, but yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
Everybody went to pee. Look, Martin went to pee. Matt went to pee. I don't know where Sherry went.
Let's go top off.
Martin topped out off with pee. No.
Martin?
Whiskey. I needed a refill.
It's still empty. It's still kind of empty. It's still kind of empty.
A couple years ago, I went over to visit James, and I drove for 2 weeks. And the best days to drive was on the Sunday because, like I said, the trucks weren't on. But other days than that, we tried to get the speed, and damn truck has to pass somebody, and then they jump over in the left-hand lane. You got to slow down for them.
So the truck can actually drive on that fastest lane too?
If they're passing, yeah.
They're always passing. Trucks is always passing. Not only they're passing, truck can't stop. So truck cannot stop.
I mean, they have to go a certain. Well, it's not necessarily that they're passing, but like what's happening is people are trying to pass the trucks, and so they'll jump in and out and that kind of thing. So they always have to jump over back in the right-hand lane, and so trucks jam it all up. But on Sundays it was real clean, and you're able to really pick up some good speed.
So since they don't have a speed limit, do they even have traffic cops? They don't, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, and all over the place. And then, but the speed limit, when they say there's a limit, yeah, you have to follow that. And they have limits on the Autobahn, but it's not all. There's just certain segments of it that you can actually get up to speed. But if you go over the speed limit by 1 or 2 kilometers, you can get a ticket, and they'll put a camera out, and they'll send you a ticket in the mail. So I was having to check my speed on that. I use cruise control a whole lot because I didn't want to get a damn ticket.
But if you get a ticket, it wouldn't count because you're international driver.
Well, I guess, but I always heard that they'd send it to the rental company and they just pass it on to you. But who knows?
So, who's still smoking right now? Albert, are you still smoking?
Yeah, I switched over to the Brownstone. So I'm smoking the Brownstone by Esteban Carrera.
Oh, so you okay? Changed over already. What about Martin? Martin, are you still smoking?
Yeah, I'm Cigar, the Hiram and Solomon Shriner.
So you're gone? You're done with that?
No, I'm still smoking.
Oh, you're still okay. Still a little bit left. Matt, what about you, Matt? Hey, Matt. Matt changed a fridge.
So what's that Shriner like for you, Martin?
I think I smoked it once and I didn't like it. Tonight it's actually pretty good. So it may have just been humidity or something.
Humidity. Yeah. What is that thing on the side? It says there's writing on the side of that 2 bricks.
Here?
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Huh?
Subscribe.
It says subscribe.
Oh, subscribe. Okay, I see. I was like, what is that?
Kids chalk. You found his kids chalk.
Yeah, my kids were outside writing with chalk, and I decided to just put subscribe because I do some of my reviews from right here. So,
Joseph is asking, does that mean Martin is going to have an after show since he refilled his glass?
No, I think it's already 10 o'clock, isn't it?
Huh?
It's already 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 10:50 here. We're almost done here. I'm done with my cigar, so.
8:50 here.
8:50. Get out of here.
Yes, sir.
It's Arizona.
Utah.
Utah.
Arizona's 7:50.
What is it?
Yeah, they're an hour behind us.
Oh shit. Long. The day's still long. The day's still long.
Right?
Man.
Oh, me and Albert still got to
Damn,
meet
we
up.
need so
Say that again.
somebody in Milwaukee, man.
What is it, Martin? Martin?
Oh, I said I got to meet up with Albert soon.
You gotta meet up with Albert soon, but Albert's the place that he worked for the cigar shop is not open right now.
No, I got to meet up with him at his house.
No, it's not.
Social distancing. You cannot get near him.
I'll wash my hands before I meet up with him.
All right, Jason Martin. Jason Martin. Talk to you later.
Hey, we need to hook up at the CI out there when I come out.
Well, it's closed. It's closed right now.
Well, I know that. But like,
Break
that's why
in.
my ass is sitting at home.
Yeah, they literally just passed a thing where Collin County, which is where me and the CI are, after today, well, after the 31st of March, everything, if you're non-essential, everything is closed.
So what is essential? What is not essential? Every different state has their definition.
Well, cigar shops, for the longest time, cigar shops still able to be run by business, whatever. They just had to take extra cautions or whatever. But now, since the whole state is under, basically, Greg Abbott, our governor, said that everything, regardless of your camp, had to be shut down if it wasn't like Walmarts and shit, where you go get groceries, hospitals. If you're non-essential, you can't work. But basically, the mayor of Collin County said that you can run your business as long as you are taking your precautions and being careful and making adjustments with your business. But our governor said, fuck that, you are all closed.
Damn.
That
All right,
sucks.
so here's my thought. If you're an essential employee, you should be able to go to those places. Think about it.
What? Say that again. If you're essential employees, you should be able to go to those places.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to go.
Right?
We're safe.
Right? You're out there saving the world, man.
But that's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
we should be entitled.
One cigar at a time.
Right?
that's the problem with the essential employees, though. That's the problem with essential employees. Basically, says you are needed, so you have to sacrifice yourself. That's almost like saying that, you know, it's almost like you can be in the military, but you can't buy cigar until you're 21, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. I know, yeah. But no, I'm saying I've got to flip it. We have to flip it. Instead of saying it's not essential business, essential employees can go to those places and hang out. If you're not essential, you got to stay your ass at home. So there you have it, man. That's
Right.
the rule.
But essential employee probably won't have the time either.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because they'll be working when everybody's working, and they're off when everybody's off.
But at least, you can at least get yours in before, catch the corona and whatever happens.
Oh, God. It's too late. Oh, God. Anyways, I think that's it for me tonight. You guys gotta stay on?
I'm good. I gotta take a shower.
All right, cool. I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks.
Good
guys.
chatting with
See
you
ya.
guys. Have a good night, guys.
All right, man. I enjoyed it, man. Thanks a lot for doing this.
Yeah, no problem. Bye. And we are done here too. All right, everybody.